And welcome back to my channel. This is Austin, and we are continuing the series on Laravel. So far we've done how to set up the environment, how to set up our controller, our models, how to do generic templating. Now we want to see how do we retrieve from the database. So I come here, the first thing we'll do, we'll open up our VS Code. And this is a VS Code. This is what we have done so far. We have retrieved from the database, and we have also created our environment that we have been working with. These are the layouts that are the files that we have created: the contact file, the get file, the index file, and the post file. And these are the routes that we have also created. These are the routes we have created. These are the routes that we have created. Now we want to see how do we retrieve from the database. Now before you retrieve from the database, and if you have to get a full understanding of this particular tutorial we are doing, you have to know that we have set up the environment. We have brought in our controller here, and if you go to our controller, we have brought in our model. So all we need to do now is how to retrieve what we have saved in the database. Now we want to now begin to set up the environment from retrieving from the database. I have already created a file called get.blade.php, and this is the file here. Now how do we now begin to retrieve? Now first of all, we need to build a table so that whatsoever is in the database will come into the table. Now how do we know what is in the database? Now when we created our model, if you go to our database migration, we automatically created a migration table called contact. So we have this in our database now. We have it in our database. So now we come like this. And what is our database? How do we know the database we are working with? You come here to the .env file here. You do this, and you will know our database we are working with is what called our projects. So now, if we go to our projects from here, we go to our projects. Now let me open our projects so that we will see the database and the table that we are working with. We come to our project. Now this is our project here. This is it here. Once we open our project, we will be able to see what our database. This is what our table that we are working with now. Contact. This is a contact table that we are working on. We have been able to save. These are what we have been able to save into our database. Now we want to now see how we can retrieve this from our database and let it be visible in the get.php. So now let us now begin. Now let me close this. I close the contact. Now this is what I want to work with, the get.php. Now first of all, like I said, we'll first of all build the table. Now let us quickly build the table. If you do not know how to build a table, you can go to my series, HTML CSS series, just a short series. I'll show how we how to create forms, tables, lists, and every other thing. Now here now we come and we do this. Now we call the table LE, the table like this. I will close it. LE, you close the table like this. And now whatsoever we want to do now, we want to build in our table here now. Now inside the table, if you come to our post.php, you will see the headings of the columns. So we want to build a column name, email, phone. These are the columns we want to build: name, email, phone. So now we come here inside the table here. Now first of all, we'll do what we call a tr like this, and we'll close the tr like this. Then in between the tr, we want to now do what we call the table d, the table header. This is so we come here. The table header is the list of the columns we want to be inside the table. But now in the Laravel, we'll do this td like this, and we'll close it td. Then here now, if you are conversant with our MySQL, you know that by default an ID is created. So we have to make provision for this ID that has been created. So now I come back here and I make a provision for yourself. The first column is going to be ID, like this. I do another TD again, TD like this, and I do this slash TD. Then the next column is going to be the name. Now let me do, I do this Control C, just copy. Then the next one is going to be the email. Then the next one is going to be the phone. Then we'll be doing our update and delete. We just also create a column for that now. So now here I come here. This is the name. This is the email. This is the email. Then this is what? This is the phone. Let me put them all in caps. PHON, since this is the header. Let me give this one an email in caps letter. Email, and this one will give it a name, NAME. Then this will give it an ID. Then we'll give this one operations, which will hold the edit and the delete buttons. Now once we have done that, now we now come and see, just let's come here and give this a table like this. I say border, I give this border, and I say, let's say equal to 2, or let me say 4. And now I do this now, Control S. Now we have created the first steps of the table. Now before I will actually go in, now I want us to just see our get.pblade.php, and I come here now. How do we do that? You start what? Our server. You come here and you start the server. So PHP, remember how to start the server. PHP artisan serve. You do this for us to start the server and see what we have done so far. Let's start the server. The server is starting. It's just taking a little bit of time. It's taking a little bit of time to start. So once the server has started, we will see what we have done so far. So meanwhile, let us continue with what we are doing before the server starts. And then I come here again. Inside the table, we do a for each. And I say at. Okay, now let the table has started. Let the server has started. Let me follow the link of the server. Let's open the server and see what we have done so far. I want us to first of all build the table, and welcome to my page. I'm coming / let me say get. Now you can see that it has given the ID, the email, and the phone. Let's try and remove this gray background. So how do we remove the gray background? I think we'll now go here. We go to our public, go to our CSS and style.css, and let us remove the gray background for the body. And let's grade it out. Control S. So come here and let's do this. Now I think it's better this way. Now the gray background has been removed. You can see our ID, our name, email, phone, and operations. Now let's continue. Now we have to do something first of all. For us to really understand what we are doing so far, I would like us to go to our controller. Let us go to our controller. We know how to navigate to our controller, which is our app, HTTP, and controllers. And we have to controller. We have a post controller here. We do the post controller. Now in the controller we have used what? The store. Now we want to use let's use our create here. Now let's use the create. Now we want to create now. Now what we want to do now is that I want to write the logic. We want to write the logic that we will be using now. Now we are using the get. You come to our web, this is what we are using here. Now we are using the get now. This is what we are using now. We are using this view, this get view now. So here now, I change it now. Since we are retrieving from the database now, I have to change it from a view to to get. Get like this. I have to do this now, and I can say Control Save here now. Now this one is done. Then I now go to my controller. I come here. I come to my controller here now. The post PHP. Now I come here now, which is my controller, and I now write the I want to write the logic that we'll be using now. Then I now say $contact. This is just a variable. I say $contact equals, let's say, contact. Now where is this contact coming from now? If we come to our style here, our PHP now, you can see that our model name is contact, and this is the contact that is this is what is going to get what is inside the database or put into the database now. So this contact is what we are calling here now. What we are calling here now is what is now in what contact. I do this ... and I say all like this. Now this all just invariably means that I want to get everything that is what in the database. I want to get everything that is in the database. Now once I do this now, I now press enter again here. Then I now say return. I say return view. Which view am I returning here now? You can say I am returning the get. That's the get view. That is what I am returning. I say return view contact, return view get, and I press. It carries two parameters now. This second parameter here now, I now do this. Yeah, I now say contacts here. I'm sorry. I say contacts here equal to now contacts here, and I'll say $contact, this contact now, and I'll say contact equals $contact. $contact. So now here now we are through with the logic now. I created a variable contact. I called the model, which is contact, and I say I want to receive everything that is inside the model. And I came here and I say I want you to everything I retrieve from here to show in our get view. Then I now contacts equal to with an arrow equals this contact, which is this, so that I am saying I want everything to show inside this view. So right here now I save. Then I go to my web.php. Remember that we are using the function create. So when I get to my web.php here now I come and I remove this and I put a square now. I now say post class. I do this. Then I now do now call my create. Remember that is what we are using. That is the function that we are using, create. Now I have done this now. So I have finished with the web here. I have finished with the web, and I have finished with the controller here now. Now let me now go here to the get.play.php now, and let me now finish what I am doing here now. So I come here now. I have built the table here, which is what we are seeing here. This is a table that we are seeing here now. Now I want to make this table dynamic. But I want to make the table dynamic. Then how? So how do I now make the table what dynamic now? That is what we want to do now. We want to see how to make the table dynamic now. Now I use what we call a for each. I now say at for for each. I use the at for each like this, and I do this. Then now I say dollar contacts. Dollar contacts as item. Dollar contact as item like this. Now I do this. Then I now come here and I now say what? I now say tr. I now say tr. I do this. I call my tr now. I'm coming. Tr like this, and I now close the tr like this. Then I do this. Then now I said I want to make it what? Dynamic. How do I make it dynamic now? Now I do this. I do td like this. Then I call in what? My double curly braces like that. And now say I call this this dollar item here. It's supposed to be dollar. I call this dollar item here like this. I call the dollar item. I give a space and I put it inside what? Call the ID inside here now, and I say ID. Then I close it what? With a td / td. I do this. I do this for the ID like this, and I say Control C. I do this for the ID. I come. I do it for the name. I come. I do it for the email. I come. I do it for the phone. I come for the phone. That is all I do now. So now I come. I change this one now to what? To name. I change this one to email. I change this one to email, and I change this one to what? Phone. I change this one to phone like this. Then now, I have made something here. I created another extra column called operations. Actually, the extra column called operation is for our delete and update button. So now I also come here and I bring in our delete and update button here. Now I do this td / td, close it, and I come inside here like this now. So let me call our delete and update button. So it's a button, and it's going to what? Be taking us, it's like going to transfer us from one page to another. So I come and I say a and href like this, and I do equal to, then yeah, then inside here now, let me first of all call the delete button. Inside I call the delete button. Inside I put what? Delete here. Delete like this. I put a slash like this. Then I come outside. I say dot $item. $item, which is the item that we've been calling so far. Then I now do here like this, and I say ID. Then I come here and do the delete. Then I close the delete like this, and I say A like this. I do this for I do exactly the same thing, Control C, for our edit. All I just need to change here, just change this one to edit or update, whichever one you want to call it. Edit, and I come here and do this one, edit like this, edit like this. So now we are through with this one, and I now say save. And I'll say save. Now let's go and see what we have done so far. And I do this. Let's see what we have done so far. Still trying to load. It's going to give us an error. Say okay, variable item. It's saying, what is it saying with the variable item? It's giving us that this echo item ID is not recognized by it. Okay, so let's go and check it. Let's go and check it. $item for each contacts equals as $item. So sorry, I did not put the end for each here. I come here and I do at end for each, FOR for each, and I do this control S. Let's see the result now. Syntax error. Now it's giving me a syntax error. Syntax error, unexpected token, end for each, expecting end of file, end for each, expecting end for file. I'm coming. Let's check it out. End for each. Let me look at the error message again. End for each. I'm coming. End for each. Contact as item. I'm coming. $contact changes from to contact. City changes from to contact. City. I change this one to contact. I change this one to contact. And I say control save. I'm coming, let me go here again. Control save. The post, I want to check the contact. So let's go to the get. Is the get have we saved? Let's check what we have here. Still talking about the end for which. Coming. I think I can see for which. Let me do this. And undefined item, I'm coming. Undefined item contact. I mean undefined item. Okay, I'm coming. We'll have to run through this. um, I'm sorry, this is what you experience when you do coding sometimes. Now give it a item, our item back. item 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 our item. Let me say Control S, Control save. Let's go and check it. Beautiful. So now I was sorry, the issue was my for each. I did not, I made a typographical error. I used double E instead of just one single E. Now we have been able to do what retrieve from our database now with our delete and edit button. You can see that these are all we have in our database now. Now let me bring it to the middle. So please, when you are coding, don't, one of the things that people always run away from in coding is errors. When they see errors, they tend to run away from it. Please, when you see errors, don't run away from it. It is part of what? It is part of coding. I tell most people that, look, all these things are what? Part of coding. They are all part of coding. If you are a programmer and you do not know how to treat your errors, or you see errors and you run away from it, then you have not started programming. When you see errors, please, 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 and please, try as much as possible to make sure you settle the error. You know what you settle, what has caused the error. Look for what has caused the error, or what, and settle it, and make sure that you solve it. Now this is it. Now you can see everything that is in our database. Now let us go and see and try to add to our database here. Now I come and I say localhost. This is localhost 8000, and now I say localhost here, and now say put my 8000, put this 8000, and I say post slash. So now we want to post into our database. Let's say I come and I say Towing a first one. Yeah, I put this and I put this and I say submit. Now let's come here and see. You can see here it has added. Now I come here again and let me say I want to add this full name here. I am Ekun Lakenfa. I put this phone number again. I say submit. Now if I come here and I refresh from here, you can see it has been added. I come here again, I put another name, put this one here, and I come and I put this phone number and I say submit. You can come here. Once I come here to refresh, you can see that it has been added now. So that is how we add to our database using using Laravel. Like I told you, you saw that when we were, I love the way the error came. You saw that there was an error, but I had to go through and decode and navigate to see what the error is. Please understand, if you are into programming and you do not encounter errors, then you have not started. And if you encounter error and because of that error you abort, then you have not started. When you see an error in your program, when you see a bug in your program, sit down, read the error message, know where the error is coming from, and try as much as possible to solve the error. So thank you. My name, once more time, my name is Austin, and I would like you to go to my YouTube channel, subscribe for my YouTube channel, click the notification button, click the like button, and also write on the comment what you want us to do, the kind of technology. Maybe you want us to work on React or React Native or any technology that you are interested in. Just put it on the comment box, and we will take time to do and work with those technologies. Thank you very, very, very much for listening to our channel.